This was not planned at all. But you know what? We're going to roll with it. So, I was feeling very drawn to give people some messages today. For what? I have a feeling, a stirring, that this has to do with your spirit guides, or basically just something the universe is trying to tell you right now at this time. Okay. So today, we are going to do a pick a card reading. You guys love that, right? Pick a card reading. And so I'm working with 2 decks today. I can't tell you who made this first deck because I got it from my great-grandma Cooper after she passed away. Bless her heart. But it's one of her Betty Boop card decks, so this is like a regular card deck with, these can work like a tarot deck very easily, so I'm using those today. But for our piles, we have the King of Cups for pile number 1. We have the Ace of Wands for pile number 2. And we have, I believe, Queen of Diamonds is the Queen of Swords. Because it's hearts, clubs, diamonds, and what are those other ones called? Correct me if I'm wrong, but the Queen of Swords. Let me look that up real quick while you guys choose your pile. Okay, I must correct myself. It's Queen of Pentacles. My mistake, but let me do a close-up for you while you decide on your pile. So just pick whichever one resonates, and if the messages don't resonate with you, that's okay. Just pick a different pile. Or maybe this isn't your reading. If I can put it up to the camera. King of Cups. Ace of Wands. And Queen of Pentacles. Alrighty, I'll be sure to include timestamps below, and if I can figure out how to do the video segment things, I'll try to do that, but I don't know. And I will see you in your pile. Alrighty, if you are pile 1 with the King of Cups, this is going to be your reading. So I didn't really go into this with a plan, so please do forgive me. I might pause at one point to properly shuffle, but that just means you guys are going to have a really interesting reading. You can already see some interesting energy coming out through the deck, but we're not there yet. I can shuffle. Haha. Ka-chow. Booyah. Alright, his spirit and universe, what does pile 1 need to know at this time? Not that many. That's like a bunch of the deck. What does pile 1 need to know at this time? What does my lovely King of Cups need to know at this time in their life? Come on. What does pile 1 need to know? You wanna tell me what pile 1 needs to know? What we wanna know? We wanna know what pile 1 needs to know. What does pile 1 need to know? Tell me what pile 1 needs to know. I feel like this one was trying to come out. So that's the Chariot. that kind of reads as an incoming message to me, don't you think? What else does pile 1 need to know? Pile 1. Pile 1, tune into the deck. Pile 1 spirit guides, tell me what they need to know. Okay, I'm gonna shuffle some more off camera and I'll get back to you guys. Alrighty, pile 1, to start out your reading, I'm just gonna do a quick energy check. So your card is the King of Cups, and with the King of Cups, I'm seeing someone who's definitely very balanced in their emotional affairs. It's definitely a bit more of a masculine energy, which you could be male or female or non-binary, it doesn't matter. But right now you might be finding balance in your life, or you already have balance of your life and control over your emotions. Maybe Spirit is also reminding you to be aware of your emotions during this time so that you can stay balanced whenever you end up in situations that challenge your emotional balance. If that sounded like it resonated with you, then this is probably your reading. Sorry if I'm a little bit rusty. It's been a minute. Now I'm going to spread out your cards. I might take pauses just so that I can look up the meanings, just because I do know the meanings. I'm just a little bit slower than I used to be. So let's see. Oh, what order was this in? I remember. Okay. So your first card that you got was the Chariot. So that kind of reads to me as an incoming message that's coming into your life, which would make sense if Spirit or the universe is trying to get in contact with you about something that's about to happen in your life. And it really makes sense to me with the 5 of Swords. So that could tell me that there's a potentially, what's the word? Like you might be beefing with someone right now, not gonna lie, like, and it might be less, like, it might have started out as one person was upset by the other or got triggered by the other, but then it just ended up being really petty and you just keep fighting, and now you're at the point of like, what are we fighting for? Or maybe this is about to happen to you. Or maybe there's already been tension simmering. Simmering is a word that's been appearing a lot for me, so if you've heard it a lot, you might relate to that. There might have been some conflict that's simmering under the surface in your life right now that's about to become prevalent in your near future. In the world, I can see it in a couple different ways. Like immediately I'm thinking of like the completion of a cycle. So maybe if you are in conflict with someone, you might be about to reach the end of that cycle. So the Chariot kind of signifies communication to me, so maybe it's a time to be open for communicate. I'm so sorry, I'm trying to get this straight as possible, but it's like freaking bugging me. Okay, sorry. I'm like, So maybe you're coming to the completion of a cycle with this person, or I'm hearing the words, it's all coming together. So whatever's happening in your near future with whatever this conflict is or whatever this new communication is coming in, there's this feeling of everything's coming together. So if maybe things did feel like they were rough before, maybe it feels like we're finally coming to an understanding. So now I have the 8 of Wands reversed, so you'll have to give me just a moment for that. I'm so sorry. Whatever situation you're in right now, I feel like you might have trouble being patient with whatever's going on right now. Like, maybe it could be because of something you did before that worked before, but now it's not working now. And that could be in regards to your relationships, or maybe even an inner battle with yourself. So maybe it's coming to terms with something in yourself. And that's where you're getting the, oh, it's finally all coming together. So that's one interpretation I have. And then the other is with like people, like maybe there's a disagreement that you're just not able to resolve right now. And what it's telling me is that you just need to be patient. Like, you could be feeling jealousy towards someone else too. I'm not sure what kind of relationship this would be about, if it's about a relationship. I'll get to that in a moment. But it could just be like you're feeling jealousy and strained, and also with the swords and the chariot, I'm seeing like communication. If you're feeling frustrated with someone because of something that might have even been something you did, but you don't know how to communicate what it is that might have triggered you or triggered the situation to happen, you need to communicate that with whoever you're dealing with, okay? You need to be able to tell people what you're feeling, how you're feeling, and I kind of just said it there, but it helps to use I feel statements. I feel frustrated when you do this. I felt a certain way when you said that the other day. Have a conversation about it. And this even goes for yourself. If there's something that's going on in your own personal life where you're like, I just don't know what to do about this, have a conversation with yourself, especially if you are feeling frustrated with yourself. Talk to yourself about it and find out where you feel that in your body and what it's coming from. Why do I feel this way? What memories do I think of? What memories am I brought back to when I think of this? And that might help you in getting this resolved and having everything come together. Okay, now we have the Knight of Cups reversed, and I will take just a moment on that and get back to you. This is really funny to me because your significator card is the King of Cups, but this Knight of Cups is telling me that maybe there is a part of your life where you are leading with too much emotion and not enough logic. And the jealousy I was picking up on in the Eight of Wands, I also picked up on that in the Knight of Cups reversed. Crazy. So, it's also like maybe you thought things were going to turn out one way and then they turned out another way, and you're just like, hey, what gives? Which brings me back to talk about it. Whether it's something you expected from yourself or somebody else, talk about it. That's my advice for everything. I should follow my own advice. Now I'm going to get you some advice, basically like some clarifiers for what each of the cards are. So, can I get a clarifier for the Chariot? What does the Chariot mean? The Hierophant. Alright, can I get a clarifier for the Five of Swords? Five of Swords. Clarifier for the Five of Swords. The Moon. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna cover this up because it's technically not YouTube appropriate, so. Well, maybe I should have done that for the other one. Well, shit. We're not gonna worry about it. Alright, the Moon. Anyways. Can we get a clarifier for the World? Whew, that one flew. Alright, that one just like flew off, but we have the King of Swords. Lots of swords energy. Definitely gives communication, if you ask me. Sorry guys, let's pretend it always looked like that. So the Eight of Wands reversed, can we get a clarifier for that? Bruh. Come on. Clarify for the Eight of Wands reversed. Ah. Come on. Clarify. I don't know, I'm just yapping at this point. please. 2. This is very interesting. I actually got a text from my dad about some business we need to take care of, so maybe there's something you've been putting off that you really need to take care of, so get on it. So this is really interesting. So you got 2 cards clarifying the Eight of Wands, and it's the High Priestess and the Ace of Cups. Now, isn't that interesting? Look at those cards. They're so cute. I love the Flaming Heart Tarot. Right. One more for you today. Knight of Cups. Two again? Oh my gosh, you are on fire. So, you have the Hanged Man reverse and the Wheel of Fortune. Isn't that interesting? That's so interesting. Let me get the first one ready for you. The Chariot clarified by the Hierophant. So, whatever it is that's coming through to you, whether it be a revelation or communication from someone, the Hierophant really calls you to, I wouldn't say go by the book per se, but kind of like, let me think. Sorry guys, I need a minute. Like the Hierophant kind of follows you to it follows you to go by whatever social structures are in place. So I don't know what this communication is. Maybe it's like some official communication in the mail or something. That's what I'm thinking. So maybe you have to go through some official processes to resolve this freaking issue. Guys, are you procrastinating on doing something? Me too. Me too. Me too. Okay. The Moon clarifying the Five of Swords. So before I look this one up, it's already giving, maybe there's something that you still need to figure out about this situation, about this conflict. So definitely telling me you need to go through the official processes in order to figure out what you need to do so that you're not in the dark in this situation anymore. I don't think I need to look up the moon. Something tells me you've been putting off doing something that's like, it might even have to be like a legal thing. And the only reason you don't know what to do is because you're not putting the effort into finding out. Get your head in the game. Get your head in the game. And of course, if this doesn't resonate, you know what to do. Also, it's just like, if it's an internal battle with something, maybe you're coming to the revelation that you have a problem with something, whether it be an addiction or a habit. And basically, it's saying you need to go through the process of creating a plan to get out of that. Okay. I love the message I just got with the King of Swords in junction with the world, because this goes back to your significator card and the Knight of Cups reversed, where you're leading too much with your head. Not with your head. When you're leading too much with your heart instead of your head, Spirit is calling you to lead with your head, keep a clear mind, and make logical decisions during this time. And you have authority over your situation. You always have control. You have the control of your own choices. So if you feel like you are stuck in a situation where there's conflict that you can't get out of, and it might even be legally a legal thing. I just got trigger warning for abuse. Oh, one moment. Chat. This message is so crazy. Well, I definitely hope it resonates with you guys. Let's just say it resonated with someone I know. Oh my gosh, sorry. The timing was so crazy on that. I wasn't expecting that. That kind of threw me off. So, the King of Swords is telling me that you have the power and the authority to change your situation. I don't remember if I already said that before. But, especially if this is like a legal situation, you have to make the moves in order to get this shit sorted out and figured out. Hopefully, YouTube doesn't demonetize my video. It's not like I make money off of this. Anyways. And if it's a relationship, you have the power to sort that out. You can always communicate with them, assuming this is a situation where you are actively communicating with this person and are in a connection with them. You know who you are. If this is an internal battle, you have the power to take the steps to get yourself out of that situation. I would know, you would know. I've had issues myself that I've had to get out of, so this resonates with me even on some things. So now, the High Priestess with the Page of Cups clarifying the Eight of Wands reversed. One moment, I'll get you info. The High Priestess is a card that definitely calls on the divine feminine and her intuition. And this could be whether you are femme presenting or mask presenting, or neither. But basically, it kind of calls you to listen to your intuition and listen to the message that you are hearing in your gut, not in your heart. Logically with your head and with your gut. Work with both of those together to make the right decision in order to sort this situation out. And have patience. Don't mind my roommate. Have patience in the situation. And the Page of Cups is especially calling you, like, if you are... I think it's one thing to lead with emotions and another to express emotions. I think that, to me, that might signify that there could be some emotions that you're keeping underneath the surface. So if this is in regards to a relationship, this might mean that you need to talk about those emotions in order to sort them out so that you're not acting out of jealousy or anger or spite, and you're acting out of unconditional love instead. And that's like for relationships. Or even towards yourself. How to act with unconditional love towards yourself. It's also telling you to stay persistent. Like, if you're being faced by a difficult situation, which these cards indicate that you may very well be, that you need to be persistent in chasing after your dreams or after a solution in this situation. And it's also calling you to listen to your intuition. So definitely working with the High Priestess to tell you, listen to your intuition in this situation and go through the proper channels and processes to communicate whatever this is and fix the issue. Because that is really what these cards are calling you to do. And you can do whatever you want. I'm not telling you to do anything. But if this resonates with you, this might mean that would be what would kind of turn your situation around, if that's what you want to do. Being persistent. Alright, Wheel of Fortune. I'm gonna look up the meanings and get back to you. Folks, this might trigger some people. I hate to put it that way, but the Hanged Man reversed. You might feel like this situation requires you to sacrifice a significant amount of time with low returns. And it might be hard for you to get going again, and you may feel stagnant even. But you know what? When I see the Hanged Man, that tells me if you've been feeling stagnant for a while, you've always had the power to get yourself out of that situation. So think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. The Hanged Man reversed calls you to untie your feet and start running, and takes action in your life to fix this situation, because hanging around is not going to do anything for you. And especially with the Wheel of Fortune, it just calls to remind you that life will always have its ups and downs, and we will always find ourselves on one side of luck on any given day, whether it be lucky or unlucky. But what matters is the choices we make after that, so that we can be happy regardless of whether we are having a lucky or unlucky day. Do you understand? You ultimately have the power over your situation. It's just up to you to do the necessary work and take the necessary time to make it happen. And then, like the world, it'll all be coming together. So if this reading resonated with you, leave a like or don't. I don't care. Subscribe or don't. I don't care. This channel will be obsolete in years to come, so who cares? Have a great rest of your day, and that's pile 1. Bye-bye. Alrighty, if you are my lovely Ace of Wands, then this reading is for you. Things always go a little bit rough in the first one, but I'll get you started out on an energy check. Ace of Wands. Boop. Be right back with that, by the way. So, Ace of Wands, look at you. You're in a time of creativity, aren't you? If you resonate with that, this might be your reading. So, are you in the midst of pursuing a new idea, or do you feel called to pursue a new idea? If you've been looking for your sign, well, then this is your reading. I'm gonna start you out with 5 cards to get the message for you. Ooh. That's an interesting start. That one immediately wanted to come out. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. So, what does, oh yeah, this reading is about what your spirit guides and the universe want you to know right now. That's interesting. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Actually, I think I need to put that on there so that YouTube doesn't get mad at me. That's alright. What does? Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. I haven't looked them up yet, which I know what they mean, but I need to look them up too for extra clarification. But that's just interesting. And what else? What else do you have for us today? Pile 2. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. That's okay. Yeah. Pile 2, you're already very interesting. You're getting off to an interesting start. I'm interested to see where this goes. Pile 2, what does your spirit guides and... Oh, here we go. Oh, this is a card that loves to come out. For me, at least. Okay. Ooh. This is interesting. So, I'm going to get your cards organized, look up the meanings, and then I'm going to get back to you. Okay, I can see the message pretty clearly. So, have you guys been a little bit indulgent lately? No, I understand, because I felt this reading on a spiritual level myself. The devil tells me that maybe you've been dealing with some issues around the material world where you find yourself getting sucked into earthly things, sex, drugs, etc. That's a song. Song came through. Oh my god, I love it when that happens. But I felt that. And maybe that can lead you to feeling trapped in your own mind sometimes, you know? The 8 of Swords reverse kind of tells me, though, that you're getting to the point where it's time to take off the blindfold and realize that you're not trapped and you have the power to take yourself out of this situation. It's just up to you to take the first step. That's kind of reminds me of pile 1 in the way, but like this is before you're at that one reminds me of like before you're at that point, and this one's like you're getting to that point. And I think this is in regards to something else as well, but the energy was just similar in that way. So if you resonated with pile 1, this might resonate with you. The Queen of Pentacles definitely reads as someone who is stable, a motherly figure, so this could either be like an energy that you are choosing to embody in your life, or it could be someone in your life who is helping you get back up on your feet or making you feel stable in your life. It helps to have connections like these, especially because with this Knight of Wands, I feel like you may be feeling unfulfilled or stuck in a situation, and you might be feeling frustrated about that. You feel like you don't know where to go, and you almost might be feeling restless, like you need to do something about it. But what I'm really feeling called to say with the Four of Swords is that you just need to take a period of rest in this time and really, I wouldn't say evaluate where you are quite yet. We'll see with the clarifier cards, but really just take the time to rest. And I'm hearing kind of like feel your emotions in a safe space and just maybe like lay on your bed and stare at the ceiling for an hour. That actually is really good for defibrillating your brain or something. I forgot what the term is. But I suggest you do that, or maybe just take a nap, get some sleep. But I am going to get some clarifier cards for you now. One moment. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I had to plug in my phone. Alrighty, clarifier cards for the devil. Clarifier card for the devil. Can we get a clarifier for the devil? Yes, I definitely feel that you're leaving something behind in this new period of your life. Because, like, I almost feel like you're going into a new period of your life. That's what I see with the Six of Swords. And I also see it with the Four of Swords. Like, you're just getting out of, like, a situation where you felt trapped. Maybe even within your own mind. Because that's definitely what I'm picking up on here. That's definitely what I'm feeling. The main message. I think the only other interpretation I could think of is, like, maybe... No. I think this is definitely within your mind if this is you. This is going to be a very specific message for somebody. So you're leaving that part of your life behind, whatever it is. Oop. Clarifier for the Eight of Swords. Did it want to come out? I might have to get another one for this one. Four Pentacles. You might be holding material or even emotional assets closer to yourself, just stuff that makes you feel full, because you might almost feel like a scarcity. I don't know why I'm picking up on that. If you grew up with like a scarcity mindset, that might be a sign for you that this is a message for you. You might be holding your assets closer to you. Can we get a clarifier for the Four Pentacles? Hierophant. I got that one in my last reading as well, and it talks about going through the proper legal processes. So maybe you're very... How do I say this? I feel like you might be very picky on who you choose to either spend your time with or what you choose to invest your time or money in. Probably for a good reason. I wonder if that might have been part of what was making you feel trapped, or what you're doing to what you're doing to get yourself out of feeling trapped. I hope we'll get more information on that as this goes on, because I'm still a little iffy on that. Can we get a clarifier for the Queen of Pentacles? Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. Come on. Queen of Pentacles. Clarifier. Oh my.
because I really put my energy into that. Something happened.
Okay, Matt. That's my roommate, Matt. Say hi, Matt.
Hello, Internet.
10 of Wands. I think that was... Oh no, I knocked over the Ace of Wands. It's crazy. So 10 of Wands. You might feel like you've been carrying the burden of something for a while. Whether it be an internal battle or in your relationships, it's something that has been really weighing you down. And although you found you're stronger because of it, it's time to let go of the weight that you're feeling. I'm really feeling that. Can I get another clarifier? Can I get a clarifier of the 10 of Wands? What is this weight that pile 2 is feeling that they need to let go of? I'm almost hearing like expectations. Like maybe you have to feel like you need to uphold certain expectations in a relationship, but babes, if a relationship is meant for you, you can't fumble it. Like, of course there's certain boundaries in a relationship, but like, I don't know who this is for, but I already knew this was a very niche message. Babes, I really cannot with these cards. I'm pretty sure it wanted to be upright the first time. Babes, it's time to let go of the pile of sticks. It's time to let the sandcastle crumble because you didn't build this with a strong foundation. Whatever it is. Maybe it could be an image that you held of yourself for a long time, expectations that you held yourself to. Maybe it was maybe it is an unstable relationship where you felt like you had to give, and give, because especially with the devil, it's like giving into the material, give, and give. And maybe you kept giving into it so much that you lost yourself, and you're realizing, hey, I need to get myself out of this. Or even if this is a job, maybe you gave to this job only to get nothing in return, and it's time to let it go and let the tower fall. You hearing that, guys? That's pretty clear to me. Let that tower fall, because a tower built on an unstable foundation is not a home. Alright, a clarifier for the Knight of Wands reversed. Knight of Pentacles reversed. Let me look it up. Babes, you might be about to go through an ego death. I hate to say it. Let it happen. Let it happen. Do that shadow work. Think about those thoughts and journal. Delve into it. Because what this is telling me is that this could either be a person in your life who only takes things from you, or a job that only takes things from you. And that's why you're giving to it so much, because you want to give, you want to help, you want to give. Or maybe it's towards yourself. You might feel like the only way to make yourself feel better is through materialistic things. So you consume and consume and consume. But that's not sustainable. And so the King of Pentacles does not get to keep his throne. He ends up losing his throne and his crown. It's time for a change. Hun, you got a big storm coming. Four of Swords clarifier. Four of Swords clarifier. And this might be like a truth that you weren't wanting to face and that you were feeling so stuck about, because you were like, I know this needs to happen, but you just couldn't do it yet. You just kept doing the same old things that made you feel good, and you just couldn't keep you can't keep doing that. Four of Swords clarifier. Oh my god, we got this one on a different one as well. The World. The completion of a cycle. Yeah, that'll work. The completion of a cycle. Alright, it's all coming together. Once you have this realization, and I think it's an ego death, but it might not be as extreme as that. But once this tower crumbles, it can finally come together and you can finally start going in the direction you want to go, where you can actually feel more stable in your life and not trapped in a materialistic world of unfulfillment, whether that be in a relationship where you're constantly giving to someone else, or in a job where you're constantly giving but getting nothing in return, or with an addiction where you're, well, I think I said that with the first one, just like the materialistic of like take, consume. So that's the advice I have for you, pile 2. It's time for a change. It's time to make a plan because you know what to do. So now it's time to get the heck out of here and let that tower crumble, but not with you in it. You hear what I'm saying? Let that tower crumble, but not with you in it. And build a new one with a stable foundation. You can do it. Alright, that's all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, leave a like or don't. I don't care. Have a great day. Pile 3. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. Anyways, it's giving prosperous, abundant. It's giving in my glow up era, low-key giving in my glow up era. So
You're giving Gen Z right now.
Look, it's YouTube. You gotta use slang for YouTube.
That's fine.
Ignore that gay person. So, Queen of Pentacles, if that resonates with you, this might be your reading. Crazy. Alright, what do your spirit guides and the universe want you to know at this time? You can't see it, but I just mugged on all of you guys. Alright. Pile 3, what your spirit guides and universe want you to know at this time? For some reason, I'm like hearing or seeing butterfly. Like, see a butterfly, that might mean something to you. That's what I thought. Alright, I get you 5 cards to start you out and see what you need to know at this time. What does pile 3 need to know at this time? I need to look that one up. Woo! Lots of cycle changes. Well, it's almost the full moon, so it's almost the full moon, so I don't know. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this one's upright. I'm not gonna question myself. Alright, what does pile 3 want me to know? What do they need to know? This is so interesting. This is very different energy than what I got from pile 1 or 2. I love that though. I love it when they're different. So what else does pile 3 need to know? Ooh, look at these delicious cards. Let me lay them out for you. Temperance. I'll actually get into the meanings after I look them up because I'm gonna need to look them up. Okay. Temperance. I'm already sensing that you need to keep some balance. Tens are always like kind of at the end of a cycle, but I'm not for sure what that's for. This is almost like telling a story to me. I almost feel like coming back from a betrayal, but I haven't looked up the meanings yet, so take that with a grain of salt. But coming back from a betrayal, maybe? Like going into hiding for a while and listening to your intuition so that you can come back better than ever and get your mojo back type shit. Okay, guys, understand. This isn't my job. I'm gonna say type shit. I'm so sorry. Anyways. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing that you have been in kind of a difficult situation where you've had to really use discernment and keep yourself level-headed despite all of the bull crap getting thrown your way. Like, I feel like lately you've just been going through a lot of thing after thing after thing, and you're tired of it. You're tired of it, but you're still doing your best to keep balanced on the outside. All right, Ten of Swords reversed is so interesting to me. Let me look at that. Let me look at that. I know, guys, I don't know it off the top of my head. I'm terrible. Oh no. Yes, hitting rock bottom, but with that comes the acknowledgement that you can release and become new in a better cycle, in a new cycle, because death is really just like the death of an old cycle, the birth of a new one, because this old cycle might have been painful, but now you're going into a new cycle. And yes, for now, it may feel like you're going into hiding, like it's kind of hard to face people almost. But during this time, you're really going to start actually talking to yourself and listening to your intuition, and that will help you realize where you need to go next and how you can heal from the situation, I feel. Alright, now I'm going to get you some clarifier cards. Clarifiers. Clarifier cards. Yeah. Hashtag clarifier cards. Okay, if I haven't annoyed you all enough already, let's get a clarification for temperance. How do you want to clarify temperance? I also got this in pile 1, so if you were drawn to pile 1, you might want to pick that one as well. The Chariot. Something coming in quickly. But with like the temperance, like you've been going through a lot of tribulations, maybe it's like things have just been coming at you one after the other. But I'm almost feeling like maybe, like I'm feeling two things. The Chariot might be things coming in one after the other, but it also might be like, it's like a moment of, now here's a break. Now here's a moment. Oh, that's the wrong way. Now here's a moment. Let me get the Ten of Swords clarifier. Maybe that'll help me understand the Chariot a little bit more as well. Ten of Swords clarified. The moon! Oh, I need to cover that one. I love the Flaming Heart Tarot, but oh my gosh, the moon. maybe something that was in the dark is coming to light, and it could be around whatever's been going on in your life that's been making things so shitty. Maybe it's like you're learning something that makes you realize, hey, almost made me feel like you were able to keep so calm during this time because maybe you almost felt like some of this stuff was your fault, but you're realizing, hey, this isn't my fault. New stuff's coming to light. I don't know why. I'm just picking up on that specific message, or maybe just like something's coming to light that'll help you move past this situation. That's what I'm definitely feeling. And that's clarifier for death. I think that's reversed, but let me... That's reversed. Knight of Swords reversed. Yeah, you're still at the start of a long journey, though. Like, maybe part of the reason you're in this situation is because you have a tendency to act impulsively without knowing what direction you want to go in. And so that can lead you to get into situations where, like, you agree to do something and then you realize this isn't where I want to be. But you can't just leave. You have to fulfill your promise. So maybe that's why you're going to have something end, and then you're going to take time for yourself because you need to create discipline within yourself to help yourself with this impulsivity and allow yourself to think before you act. I think that's a really good message for you guys and for anybody. A clarifier for the Hermit, please. Almost got one. Yes, I love this message. The Hermit clarified by the Magician tells me that you have all of the keys to get yourself out of this situation, whether it's happened already or whether it's about to happen. You have the keys to bring yourself out of this situation. I'm almost seeing a story with all three decks. Like pile 1 is like past, 2 is present, and 3 is future. Or like maybe that's the chronological time of events for where people are at in the timeline. But I just think that's really interesting with what I'm seeing. But just like we've always known, you always have the key to get yourself out of a situation. At least you have your own choice. You have your choices, and those are the keys that you have in any situation you're in. High Priestess. Clarifier for the High Priestess. The Devil reversed. I love that because I feel like that's a really good message. Let me... Not the... No. Sorry. I accidentally hit the wrong button. Okay, the Devil reversed is telling me that you're using your intuition to make decisions in order to free yourself from the shackles of whatever it is that's holding you back within. I feel like it's something within, definitely. Like, it could be affecting your relationships, but I feel like the messages I've been getting have a lot to do with what's been going on within people's lives. So what it's telling me is that if you have like an addiction or some material thing or just something that's holding you back that is of earthly realm, this is telling me that you're making a plan and you're getting out of it and you're following your intuition in order to make a plan to get out of it. So that is what I have for you, pile 3. I really hope that resonated, and I've really enjoyed doing the readings today. I hope all of you guys have a wonderful rest of your day and have a wonderful rest of your night. Goodbye.